everyone, Rosabels here. This is an overview for what to expect at Arknights Global's 5th anniversary event, the adventure that cannot wait for the sun. This information is from my own research on the event and the anniversary video itself to get you up to speed on what to expect. Starting with some quick info, you need to clear at least episode 110 of the main story to access the event. The event will run for 3 weeks with the normal story stages on week 1, the EX stages on week 2, and the S stages and MO stage on week 3. First, let's talk about the new units. We will have 4 new operators available with this event. 3 of them will appear in the Engraver of Quicksand banner. The first is a 5-star summoner named Sand Reckoner, the summoner of the cutest little birds I've ever seen. His talent lets him summon these birds called Clockwork Foul Beasts, and he does extra 20% damage to Machina enemies. His notable skill is his skill 2, which gives him an extra Foul Beast, makes them target heavier enemies first, and slows them down. Next, we have the 6-star unit, which I think a lot of people are more excited for even though she's standard in the banner, Narantuya. She's the second loop shooter sniper to be released after Caper, which means she makes use of a boomerang that has to come back to her, so her attack speed is dependent on enemy proximity. Closer faster, further slower. Her first talent lets her steal attack and defense from enemies with every attack up to 10 times, which is wild. Even at 1 potential, this lets her reduce 200 defense enemies to 0 defense. Her second talent gives her physical and arts dodge and reduces the physical and arts hit rate of the enemies in the 8 tiles adjacent from her. Her notable skills are her skill 1, which is her AFK skill. It's kind of like Mountain's second skill where she changes her stance. This one decreases her attack range but gives her more attack and lets her boomerangs bounce between enemies. Her skill 3 lets her throw 3 powered up boomerangs, and whenever they return, she deals AoE damage and slow to the enemies in the adjacent 8 tiles from her. Remember, with all her skills, her first talent still applies, so she's stealing multiple attack and defense stats from these enemies. It's pretty sick. Next, we have our limited operator Pepe. She's our second Earthshaker after Oda, and her class inflicts 50% attack as AoE damage around the target, similar to Flingers. So she's more of a crowd control unit. Her first talent accumulates 1 SP for every enemy she kills while her skill is active, and this is added to her pool when this skill ends. So the more she kills during her skills, the faster her skills charge. Her second talent is a passive skill which buffs other guard operators when she is deployed. Her kit is pretty diverse and interesting. Her skill 1 is an auto skill where she deals increased attack and it can hold up to 2 charges starting M1. What makes this interesting is that when Pepe is under a negative status like stun, frozen, cold, etc., the skill will remove that negative status, which makes her a more solid lane holder. Her skill 3 slows her attack interval, but she deals additional damage and stun to the target and all of those hit by her AoE. And with each attack, her attack increases and the splash area also increases. Not really a boss killing skill, but definitely a fascinating crowd control skill. Since she is the limited operator, if you ever plan on pulling 300 times on this banner, you will be guaranteed another Pepe at the 300th pull. This banner will also have Chen Altar, Gavi Altar, and A.k.a. Altar as rate-up characters, and these characters along with Pepe and Narantuya will be available for sparking. As with all limited banners, we will be getting 10 free pulls upon first logging in, and for 2 weeks we'll have 1 free pull per day. Remember that these daily pulls refresh and they don't stack. Finally, we have our free unit Papyrus. She's a chain medic, our second one after Paprika, but in my opinion, Papyrus has a much better kit. Her talent gives an operator barrier along with her heal for a percentage of Papyrus's attack, and people who use Penance and Hummus know barrier is amazing. Her skill 2 is interesting. It makes her focus on the operator with the highest HP as her primary target and increases the number of units the heal bounces to. This can be used with defender tanks so that they constantly receive heal and barrier without neglecting healing nearby operators. She will be available in the event rewards, and her potentials will be in the event shop. These 4 units will be earning 50% more trust during the event. Moving on to the stage mechanics, we will be introduced to crystals. These are special tiles that will be dropped on the stage by enemies or exist in the stage at the start. They have 2 states. One is the corrupted crystal state, which reduces the attack speed of friendly units on the same tile as the crystal by 60. Oof. This also increases the HP and attack of enemies on the same tile as the crystal and gives them additional traits. It can be attacked by our operators, and it enters the purified state when the HP falls to 0. In its purified state, it takes no damage when attacked and instead causes all polluted crystals connected to the purified crystal to take 1 damage. Once there are no more corrupted crystals connected to it, it disappears. Since a lot of the stage requires managing these crystals, we'll be given a few items to help. The first is the Pure Crystal, which is a deployable tile that can connect to corrupted crystals and acts as a normal purified crystal. The second is the Decrystalling Pile, which is basically like the Little Handy in Path of Life, except it removes all the crystals in a straight line. Now on to the rewards. You can get up to 38 OP in this event, and the farmable items are Orion Clusters, Grindstones, and Aggregate Cyclocines. We'll also be getting Flowing Glimmer Dust with each stage clear, which is the event currency to buy items in the Grand Bazaar or the event shop. Notable items in the shop include papyrus pots, furniture, resources, and materials, and if you missed them, Mer's skin from Contingency Contract Blade, and Tuye as well as her potentials. Sadly, if you already have them, you cannot get distinctions from the Tuye pots and they will simply be unavailable for purchase. There will be a special game mode during the event called Gemstone Engraving, which will give us even more rewards. As for the other details and updates, we'll be having the Brilliant Sun Rippling Sands login event where we can get 10 days of rewards including resources, sanity concentrates, 600 Arundum, and some orange candy furniture. We'll also be having the Bazaar Wishing Well where we can get daily Arundum from 200 to 800 per day. In celebration of the 5th anniversary, we'll have our annual Savage Potential so new players will be able to get her. We'll also be getting a Senior Operator Transfer Permit which lets us select a 5-star to add to our roster or to get the potential of. Also, for those who already took advantage for the first time double OP purchase, it will be refreshed on the 5th anniversary so we can buy double the OP again. For new doctors who haven't received it yet, you'll be getting the celebration background and the song you're listening to now will be your background music. Whispering, Jackie, and Mudrock will also now be available in the recruitment roster. And on January 30, 2025, Record Restoration will be added for Ideal City in the side stories. Moving on to operator updates, operator records and paradox simulations will be added for Cement, Zerny, A.k.a. Alter, Mudrock, Puzzle, and Sand Reckoner. Operator modules will be added for Wandering Medics. The base module will improve the trait to heal elemental damage by 60% of the unit's attack, which I guess is an improvement from the original 50%. However, leveling up the module will improve certain talents of the operators. For example, for A.k.a. Alter, it will further increase the max HP of the units in her range and further decrease the amount of elemental damage they take. Aside from that, Nightingale will be getting her Y module, which increases the number of units she heals simultaneously to 4 and will improve her summons. At level 3, they will have higher physical dodge, and Nightingale will get 3 of them when deployed. We'll also be introduced to the Integrated Strategies modules, which are basically modules that can only be used during IS. And I'm telling you, they're crazy. 2 units so far will be getting them in this update. The first is Calcit, whose module will, first off, let her heal 2 units simultaneously, meaning she can heal herself and monster while everyone else dies. More importantly, at level 3, it will make it so that monster does not consume deployment slots and has plus 50% attack and defense and receive 50% more healing. The second is for Phantom, who will be given a decreased redeployment time to his summon while attacking, and vice versa. And at level 3, it will increase his summon stat, and deploying his summon will make Phantom reactivate his skill a la Texas de Amortosa, and this can stack up to 8 times. Like, HG, why? These are literally the best modules for them. Why is it IS locked? Ugh. Let's just end this with the store updates. The outfit store will have some new skins in stock, including a special live 2D skin for Ea Fiala, the Hivit Ashka, a live 2D skin for Nightingale, and skins for Hoderer, Weedy, and Pancyrus. We'll also be getting a rerun of a few skins, which will include a live 2D skin for Surtur, and skins for Minimalist, Elysium, and La Pluma. We'll also be having the Rhodes Island Fashion Review, which will have 129 skins available for purchase. Going to the other shops, we'll have 3 furniture sets for this event: the Under the Sandbox Luxury Suite, Hamamemnat Garden, and the Bunny Bonanza set. For those who missed Manticore's Invisible Dirge skin from the original CC and the Path of Life event, it will be available in the Distinctions and in the Universal Certificate shop moving forward. Finally, those with spendable money, there will be a lot of packs available for purchase. Some notable items are the usual chip packs, skill trading packs which will auto M3 a skill, training letters, training apparatus, and material vouchers, as well as the usual OP, module stuff, a random, blah blah blah. There will also be 2 new monthly packs introduced to the store, which are the monthly LMD pack and the monthly Battle Records pack, just in case you're too lazy to farm them. These are available for purchase 3 times a month. And that's it for this update. I'm still injured, so I won't be able to stream the event open, but some videos to expect from me are a pulling video, as well as the Pepe and Narantuya based trust farms, and the clear for the MO stage. This is of course assuming I get Pepe and Narantuya. We'll see what happens when the actual event drops. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the event. Good luck to the people pulling on the banners, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!